All right, we are on air then. All right, welcome to team meeting, everyone. February 2026. Hope you're here for the right day, right time, right thing. So, welcome to team meeting. There was a crew that came back from family reunion, so we're going to hear from them today. But first of all, we're going to share our mission and our vision, which we do every meeting. Our mission is to be the powerhouse where entrepreneurs thrive, leaders emerge, and where agents build lasting wealth. Together, we create the most connected, high-performing, and culturally rich real estate company. Our vision is to unite 360 top-performing agents through bold goals, high standards, and a shared passion for growth. We empower our community of agents with elite training, culture, leadership, and support so they don't just succeed, they lead. So that was a mission and vision written by the 2025 ALC. We like it. All right, so our MVVBP, which is our belief systems on how we treat each other and what we do. Would someone like to start? Like, we're going to sound off on these. Start with win-win.
Win-win or no deal.
All right, Rachel. Integrity.
Do the right thing.
All right, customers.
Customers always come first.
Connie, we're going to come back here to you. Commitment.
In all things.
Communication.
Say your name.
We're going to skip these ladies. Rick.
Oh, I can do it.
Creativity.
Ideas before results.
All right, Ron back there. Teamwork.
Teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more.
Alois, trust.
Trust starts with honesty.
That's right. Cassie, equity.
Opportunities for all.
Debbie, you want to finish us off with success?
Results through people.
Thank you. Yes. All right. So our mission at Keller Williams Go Network is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, and experiences worth giving, as well as legacies worth leaving. That's the new one. I love it. So does anybody have a bucket to fill? Yes, ma'am. Fill the bucket back there.
I know that. I don't know.
With the
I don't see her
microphone.
here,
With the
but
microphone.
Melinda.
With the microphone.
Melinda, I don't know.
I don't see Melinda here, but I want to fill Melinda's bucket. She did absolutely phenomenal with our family reunion thing that we had here. It was amazing fun. I learned a lot, and it couldn't have gone
Y'all
any
gave
better.
me FOMO. I saw the
So,
pictures. It was amazing. I
It
love
couldn't have gone any better. So, yeah.
Love it, love it. All right, another bucket.
Well, me, because I have the mic. I'm actually going to fill your bucket, Cassie. You got out of your comfort zone and presented in front of the Shark Tank, and I know that was a defining moment for you. It was really cool to watch you grow right in front of our eyes, and I think other people saw it, and so just congratulations and good job.
That's amazing. All right, someone pass that up to Carrie Haskins.
I have one.
Oh.
I'd like to fill your bucket, ma'am. On our family reunion trip, Christine had everything so well organized and coordinated, and in an event like that, some of y'all know that it can be quite a lot. It's just a lot, and she had everything well planned out, and I just really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Teresa. I appreciate you.
Well, since you gave her one, I won't give her one. So I'll give everybody else. Just everybody that came, and I know whatever, but everybody that came to family reunion, I was able to grow with you, learn with you, have good times and everything else. And so I think we had a great little crew. I would love to have more of us all there together so we can all grow. But I know the people that were here did, and then there. And so I think all of us as a market center came together where we were and helped everybody through the process. So
Yeah, I agree.
thank you
pass
for all
that
of
back
us.
to Ron Williams, and then we'll pass it down to John. Some of it.
I want to thank the staff bucket. I mean, phenomenal. Just a phenomenal job. I want to thank Judy Porter's husband for Brian, of course, for always just picking us up, carrying us around, doing all those things. And I want to thank, is Felicia here?
Felicia's here. I've seen her.
She was. I want to thank her for the superb recommendation for those crab legs.
Oh,
my God.
that was good stuff.
Oh, my God.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to fill Carrie Lindstrom's bucket because she watched our business while Ingrid and I were on a cruise a week or so ago.
Nice. I love that. That's definitely how we all work together. All
Melinda,
right,
Melinda, you weren't here when people were filling your bucket.
your
So
bucket was full.
I'm going to take I'm just going to take the time and fill your bucket right along with Cassie here. You just did an amazing job of showing our culture and bringing massive value to our market center during family reunion when all the all the other people were away. I'm going to tell you, I didn't have FOMO this year because
You were
I've been
here.
to family reunion and I've also been to Melinda reunion.
You like Melinda's reunion
yeah,
better?
I kind of do. So.
I love it.
Oh, we got
all right,
more.
pass this down to Lois. We're going to fill another bucket.
I want to fill Judy and Christine's bucket. I mean, we had a great time at family reunion. They had everything organized for us. They did a great night, a dinner in the suite, and I mean, we just had a great time. Even though it was freezing, I mean, 11 degrees felt like there, but we
So
still
cold.
had a great time. We still made it work, and they were great in getting us where we needed to be, where on time, saving seats and everything. So
Love
thank you guys.
Thank you.
And the crab legs.
And the crab leg. So I tried that thing where you throw the water in the air and it turns to snow. And the one time that it worked, Felicia said, in mid-throw, my camera died, or my phone died mid-throw. So there's no proof, but it works. No, just the one. And
I was out there and I witnessed it, and it actually didn't happen. It was actually pretty cool.
it was pretty cool, right? All right. So, all right, great. Any more buckets to fill? Okay, perfect. Why are you doing that to me? Oh, I'm good. Okay, so Lamb, you want to come on up?
We've got a couple announcements as far as work anniversary.
Where's the microphone?
I think Mike still has.
Oh. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, work anniversary. We have Adrienne Dunn, 1 year. I don't think she's here, but let's clap it for her. Laura Gonzalez, also 1 year. Lucretia Neal, 13 years.
Nice.
Maria Ortiz, 1 year. She was actually here yesterday.
Yeah, I saw her.
She's working on the closing, so good for her. Jenny Russell, 15 years, and Cameron Williams, 6 years, guys.
Nice, congratulations.
Okay, February's birthday. I'm going to say happy birthday, and I'm going to need your help in saying whose name it is. All right, happy birthday.
Holly.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Susan.
Come on, we need. All right, guys.
Okay.
Okay, this sounds like Jeopardy. We got
Okay, here we go.
energy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
If it was your birthday.
Teresa's in the house.
Happy birthday to
Teresa.
Teresa. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Jean.
Happy birthday.
Tina.
Happy birthday.
Sarah.
Happy birthday.
Kelly.
Happy birthday.
Toy Tanya.
Happy birthday.
Deb.
Happy birthday.
Marjorie.
Happy birthday.
Tina.
Happy birthday.
Makivio.
Happy birthday.
Bree.
Happy birthday.
Jerry.
Happy birthday.
Tiana.
Happy birthday.
Grace.
We've got a great announcement for Grace, too. Happy birthday.
Laura.
And happy birthday.
Patty. Happy birthday.
And last but not least, we do have to say happy birthday to our fabulous one and only most favorite. I'm a little bit biased.
Carlos. Happy birthday. Thank you. We appreciate that. All right, and then let's welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. We're a team, we're a family. What? Welcome to the team. Jessica Hernandez. Wave at us. Hello. Jocelyn Gonzalez. She's in Corsicana. Rick Vanoy. Yeah. And Connie Cervantes. So welcome to the family, guys. We're glad you're here. And then we have two groundwork graduates, Jackson Grubb. Wave for us, Jackson. Wave. We know you are. Okay. And then Grace Reisenhoover. She is not here, but she graduated from groundwork as well. All right. Oops. Our culture award is Marcella Richardson and Melinda Miller. So both ladies definitely demonstrate what our culture is about. So we appreciate you guys. Let's see what's next is our training award for Brian Wright. If y'all haven't seen him, he comes in, he shows up, he's doing the work. So we appreciate him. And then KW Go News. we have some really good things that we've earned some awards, but guess what, guys? It's because we're out there doing the work. So Go Network, Smokey Garrett has been named, what was this one the most? It was in tech.
Yeah.
So we have Smokey Garrett, Real Housewires, whatever. Anyways, but we are number 66. Housewires, isn't it Housewires? Named him one of the most influential people in real estate. And then we are number 5 best company to work for in the U.S. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's not the Container Store, but we're still doing really good. All right. We also have straight line coverage. This is something new. This is insurance. I put my house in here. There's a lot of team leaders and other leadership that we tried this out before we presented it to you. Why not get a quote? Why not get a quote on getting your home insurance and then also share this with your clients? I feel like we skipped a whole slide.
Yes. Remember, we're not trying to slide this up.
I understand, but there's something totally missing here. All right, well, it just got moved on me. No worries. The pivoting will begin. So, all right, so everybody got this? You got a picture of it? Perfect. All right, share iFinder with your investors. Who here uses iFinder? Who here wants to use iFinder? Perfect. All right, so we have over 100 properties per month available for bids. If you have an investor in your pipeline, what does 100 properties a month do for them? That's 100 properties offline that they don't have to text everybody in this room and go, do you have a property? So it's really good. And then you're the center of the attention. So this is really good. We have 300,000 proof. To become an investor, they have to have 300,000 proof of funds, and 150K of it has to be liquidable. So if you want to add an investor to iFinder, that's the way to go on that. I believe that, and then they have 150,000 credit approval if needed. So add your investors to iFinder. That's another way of getting really good business. Any questions about this? Anybody have an investor in it? Tell us about it.
Have an investor.
You have an investor that's in this that you emailed to him?
With the mic.
Oh, sorry. He's so bossy back there.
I know. I have one, but I also, I use it for a number of different things, but I do have one that's in there, and they've done one deal out of the iFinder. And it's another way just to be in front of people and to have another conversation with folks. So if you're not using it, please try it out and just see. And it's a way just to start conversations with your clients, if anything else.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Also, if you want to become iFinder certified, I believe this QR code gets you to the same person that will help you get certified as it will to get your investors involved. You need to stop doing that. There's a clock. All right, so moving on. Are your pending contracts making it to closing? Or are they breaking apart early? How many people canceled in December?
There's a massive amount.
So in December, I think that's the next slide. So the cancellation rates pre-COVID were 12%. Our current cancellation rate as a national average is 16.3%. I believe, does it say our cancellation rate for Dallas? 19.9. And for Fort Worth is 18.9%. There's a lot of reasons why that happened. Ta-da! I have all the reasons. I do believe that the news makes our people think. And I do believe that Fox 4 came out and said, oh, it's a buyer's market. And as soon as they said that, everybody's phone lights up that wants to sell their house because they're like, I'm not on the fence anymore. I want to sell because now it's a buyer's market. So there's a lot of things that dictate a market. But we are shifting into a buyer's market, and it's probably going to be a buyer's market for a couple of years. Anybody have your contracts fall through? Anybody cancel a contract in December and say, well, I'm just going to wait? There were 1,000 listings hit the market between February 2nd and February 9th. 1,000 listings hit the market. I believe that's a reflection of all the cancellations in December. Because now we've reset the clock on them. They're back on the market.
What's the average
Of what?
in a week's time of new listings? Like, how does 1,000 stack up compared to average?
I don't know that number, but it's not 1,000 a week. That's typically not the number. So that was a crazy amount.
Usually closer to 700,
Yeah.
but, you know,
It almost, yeah, it
80%
almost
of stats
doubled.
are made up on the spot.
I'm not going to give you a fake stat because I don't really know. But in that, yeah, that's what trends are for. But that's a whole lot of stuff going on. But here's the thing, it's not, it could be worse. This is what we're going through. Is if it's a buyer's market, what's one of the things you're going to go do?
Find buyers.
Where's the lender in this room? I don't have a lender in this room. Darn it. What you're going to do is you're going to find buyers. You're going to connect with the lender. You're going to connect your buyers with the lender. The lenders are going to get creative with programs to get buyers off of the fence. So make sure you are communicating with a lender who has different options for your buyers. We have optionality for sellers. That's our job. Lenders are getting them funded to buy houses, so make sure that you are getting in touch with your lender and finding out what's going on. Any questions about this? Anybody want to talk about this? Mike, you have something to add to this?
Well, I noticed 8% of the
Microphone, you need a microphone.
Yeah. Sorry, someone's house. Don't we all know Mike should have the mic?
Mike should have the mic.
I just look at the low appraisal, right? We're pushing 8% that have low appraisal, which is something we haven't seen in a while. That seems like a bigger number than I was expecting to see. I think it's interesting that it's more than insurance costs.
Yeah.
Right?
Carlos, you're the title guy. Oh, he's busy. I'll let Teresa. Oh, that's okay. So, Carlos, you're a title guy. Did y'all see a lot of contracts fall apart?
Yeah, it'll be part of my title minute.
Okay, well, we'll get there then. All right. Go ahead.
Yes. You're stealing his
thunder. Okay,
no, that's okay.
Just kidding, Carlos.
No, it is higher than we would like to be.
Okay. Go ahead, Teresa.
It's really interesting that this came up because before family reunion, so the Friday before, just the Friday before, I attended a roundtable discussion and that was the topic. And there were some great insights on how to bulletproof your transaction. And if you guys don't have a copy of the shift book, you should get that. If you do have it, it's tactic number 12. And it breaks down a whole lot of things that you can do to bulletproof it ahead of time before you get into the danger zone of that. And then that was one of the things I learned at family reunion. I have some nuggets from that as well.
Perfect.
So here it is. But and I also want to point out that high mortgage rates, where everybody thinks the rates are so high, that's at the very bottom.
At the very bottom. Check this out, where the buyers couldn't sell their house. That's a real thing. So, all right. Well, thank you for that. All right, well, we're here to help. We're definitely here to help you guys get through all these transactions. If you have a deal in trouble, 2 minds are always better than one. So get with us. We definitely have a staff here. Our ALC is very helpful. Definitely, get together with somebody and let's talk about your transactions if they're falling apart like that. All right, so Market Center announcements. This is a template library for Canva. Okay. We are hard to kill and built to win. I wore the wrong shirt. Darn.
I knew you were going to wear this one.
I tried. I feel like I'm wearing whatever comes out of the dryer first. This Gobi came out first. So, we're hard to kill, built to win. All right, so if you are on the Family Reunion Bring Back panel, please come up. Who has the mic? Teresa? Okay.
You're there. Why? I don't know if you're first.
Yep. Okay, good. Yep. Good. Thank you. All right. So, guys, I made a cheat sheet for you guys at the back. So if you want to cover any of these topics, it's in the back. All right. So we're going to get started here. And what I first want you to tell me is your name. I need to stand over here so the camera will get me. Your name, how long you've been in the business, and As we pass it back and forth, what was your favorite event, things like that. So, but you're first going to start with your name and how long you've been in real estate. Carrie, you starting us out?
My name is Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi. And 13, 14 years now. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it.
Perfect.
That's all?
That's all.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's first.
I'm Teresa Bethke. I've been here at Keller Williams and licensed for 12 years.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm Holly Custer, and I've been licensed since 1979. You do the math.
I'm Jackson Grubb. I've been licensed for about 3 weeks now.
I'm Felicia Clayball. I have been with this office for 8 years and started here, so I'm loyal.
I'm a Lois husband. Ron Williams. I've been at KW for 17 years, licensed for 22 years.
Nice. Ron, let's start with you.
Okay.
Give us an idea that you heard that
The
you're
one
going to implement.
We went to Donald Miller. I do believe that's his name, and it talks about branding 2.0. We got the book. They were giving away this book when we first got there for registration, and we was like, "Who is this guy?" Somebody just bought some extra copies. So we did not pick up the book the first day we were there. We were like, if they have some left, we'll get it, because we didn't want to hold a lot of things in our hand. And so we ended up going to his class, and after we left his class, we ran to get the book. It was really that good, and he just simplified things, and it was phenomenal. He talked about you are the hero, but your client is the bigger hero, and you're helping your client. And he talked about when you do your about pages, how you say, hey, I've been in the business 17, 20, and I've sold 100 houses, and I've done this, and me. He talked about reversing that. He talked about how are you beneficial to the consumer, because that's all they want to know. How are you going to throw out the lifeline in order to be the hero to help the consumer? So what he did was he drew this canyon. He was up here, the consumer was down here, they needed to buy a house. He threw down the lifeline, he threw down the rope, and during the process, they climbed up and they became the hero with you. And so he said, stop all this other stuff where it's me, and make it about the consumer.
That's awesome. I love that too.
Hang on, before we move on, will you do me a favor? I'm going to give that book away.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so I think we all know this.
Wait, read the number on there.
Oh, the number.
Yeah, read the number on there. We're giving that away.
If I can see these numbers. 943-651.
That's your ticket.
Oh my gosh, he doesn't need the book.
What? Try that one.
The last three numbers is 653.
That's why.
Oh my gosh.
Woo, boy.
No, they already have a
They
book.
have the book.
No, they have a book.
647. There we go.
There we go.
They did it. They did it by saying it's okay.
All right, Felicia, you're up.
Okay.
Beat the Williams.
This piggybacks a little bit on what Ron was saying, but and a lot of us know this, we need to own a problem, and we need to tell the story about the problem that we solve. And so when people come up to you and they ask you what you do, the response shouldn't be, well, I'm a realtor. Your response should be, I help people buy their dream home and sell their home for the most amount of money. I help families build wealth through real estate. I'm a real estate advisor. I'm a realtor. So tell your story or give a little example of what you do and not what you are, a realtor. And then I did a lot of commercial classes. So are we getting into, do you want me to go into that? Okay. So one thing that I took away that I thought was really helpful, this was a commercial class, but it also works well for residential agents. And I'm sure you've all had a time where you have an investor who has single-family residential properties, but they were like, I am just so tired of taking care of this property and managing people and all the maintenance. So this strategy is to convert their residential real estate into a single tenant net lease box building where they can live anywhere they want. This property can be anywhere it sits. They don't have to live locally by it because it takes care of itself on its own. So a net lease typically means that the tenant is responsible for taxes, insurance, the roof, the foundation, the maintenance. So the landlord is not responsible for taxes, insurance, repairs. That is the tenant's responsibility. And there are big box tenants like a CVS, a Chick-fil-A, that need their equity out of the property. Maybe they own the building, but they need their equity out of the property so they can borrow more money or just make their finances easier on themselves. And they will sell their building to a landlord, and then they're basically leasing it back. And these are 15, 20-year tenants. So if somebody can sell, a single-family property or 2 single-family properties, take that equity, do a 1031 exchange in doing that, and purchase something like that, it will run itself, and it's just mailbox money. So I thought that was really cool because that is a way for you to get those listings, but also be that wealth advisor and give them advice. Okay, you obviously were interested in managing a property or investing, and you're focused on your wealth building, and I understand you're tired and you don't want to do that, but have you thought about this?
Love that.
I like it. It's cool. I love it. So for me, I learned a lot while I was there. That was a very big eye opener going to this was my first time ever at a real estate convention like that. But I think the thing that stood out to me the most was modernization. It's talked about a lot, but I think you really need to wake up and realize that social media is there. It's a proven thing. It's not a fad. You have to be on social media to be seen. You need to be implementing that into your business if you want to evolve your business. So I was doing a lot of thinking on that, and I think it's worthwhile to take your weekends, your time, whenever you're free, and start studying it, learning it. Be good at it. Don't just do it to do it. Be good at it, because you want the best. You want to stand out. There's hundreds of thousands of people that are going to be in that area, but you need to be unique. You need to find your audience, stand out, and really just learn how to implement that into your business. There's so many things you can do, but I think that's just a great thing. And it's the future. It's the future. 97% of people find their home online. So, or some crazy stat like that with a 9 in front of it. So it's big. Yeah. So it's one of those numbers. And so I just think that's something that, keep in mind. AI and all the apps you can use together, it takes, a couple hours to learn. And over time, you can get it down, you can learn it, and you can automate it. At some point after learning, it's not going to be that big of a burden. It's going to be so worth your while, and I think that's the biggest thing I took from that convention. And there's a lot of other things, but we're going to get back to that, I think.
Yep.
So I'm going to let you do your
Okay. I love it. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to piggyback on what Jackson said. I've been in the business for a very long time, and my business is all referral-based, pretty much. And do you all know who Gary Vee is? Yes. Okay, well, he spoke, which is a real departure for Keller Williams, because he has a big old potty mouth, and he used it very flamboyantly. But that's just the way he is. If you ever listen to his podcast, that's who he is. And he, all day Sunday, if you haven't heard about our experience getting there, you need to talk to somebody who was on the flight that came back to DFW and didn't get there till Saturday evening. But anyway, Sunday was all about social media, the whole day. And pretty much it was all general session, which is unusual because I've been to 24 of these things. And so anyway, we did this exercise, stand up if you've been in the business this long, stand up if you're doing this, sit down, do it, all this gyration. And the bottom line of that all was what he said, and I believe this sincerely, and this will shock a lot of you. If you only want to be in the business another 5 years, continue what you're doing, and you'll be fine. If you plan to stay longer than that, you better get on the social media train or you're going to be left out. And that was the clear message of the whole entire day. So that's the mic drop. I'm not going to drop it, Mike.
Don't drop the mic.
Okay, well, I took several different sessions. I went to sessions that kind of gave a general. So I did some culture, I did market activity, I did lead generation, and how to, just systems and things. But what they were saying, one of the ones that I did, it's all about your branding. And a lot of it I already kind of knew, but it's just stuff I haven't been really doing on a consistent level. And so what I was finding is that the things that you're doing in your business, you need to be consistent with them, and you need to do it like every day, all day. But when it comes to building your brand so that people know where you are, there are 8 places online that you have to build your brand and make it all consistent all throughout, and have people be able to find you. If they're going to Google you, they get a referral. So where I pulled in a lot of that was, it wasn't just, get your Google business page up to speed or get on Facebook and post some things there. It has to be Instagram. It has to be LinkedIn. It has to be homes.com, realtor.com, Zillow, Insta, what did I say? Insta, Facebook, and Google. So there's 8 where the data sources where it gets pulled for your SEO and for that information comes from the Google business page, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Zillow, realtor.com, YouTube, and homes.com. And those are the things that you need to be hitting.
You need to slow those down.
Consistently.
Every day.
Consistently, every day. You need to make sure that your content is up to speed, your picture's the same across, everything is the same consistently, and then that's how you're going to really show up. One of the other things inconsistent communication with your sphere and waiting for referrals instead of engineering them. That's just not going to happen if you're not going to be more proactive, and you've got to get up with your communication. Yes, ma'am.
Would you repeat those again?
Yes.
Here we go, Melinda.
There's 8.
Okay.
Google business page. Oh, and by the way, when it comes to that, I didn't have mine up and going for a long time because I didn't want to have to walk out to the street and take a picture of the street sign. For the verification, I threw that into ChatGPT, and she said, you don't have to do any of that. This is what you need to do. And so all I did was I got in front of my laptop. I made like a 5-second, I'm Teresa, I'm a realtor, I'm trying to get verified. You show them your website page, your TREC license number, and your command page that's tied into the Keller Williams. Just show those 3 things, send it off to Google, and
You're good.
a couple days later, I was fine. I have to go anywhere. But anyway, it's Google business page, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Zillow, realtor.com, YouTube, and homes.com.
Perfect.
And then some of these everybody else has already covered. There was
That's
a
okay.
couple.
We're going to go one more time. All right. So before we let Carrie have the mic, Teresa, you mentioned branding. So I want you to give away this shirt. But you got to give this to Carrie. Read the number. This is the shirt we're giving away. She's also wearing it. What's the number?
943651. It's probably mine or Carrie's. It's probably one of ours. You have another ticket? It's not ours. Mine's right behind you.
What was the last 3 numbers?
651.
So draw another one. That's right here.
That's Ron and Lois.
Oh my gosh.
But is he gonna fit his arms?
You need another one?
Who wants the shirt? Amanda. We can rip the sleeves off. That's my niece.
That is a nighttime shirt.
Oh yeah, that's all you got. Is wear that to.
Bring the 80s and 90s. Bring the 80s and 90s back. Put some fringe on the bottom of it. tie
Some
it
leg
up.
warmers that match.
It's all
yeah, I love it. All right, Carrie, Tell us an idea you heard and implementing.
So I think if you're anything like me, what she just said, and that you need to be on 8 different platforms, that makes you like explode on the inside because you may not be relevant on even one currently. But that's where I think the big thing that I learned was you don't have to do it on your own. You can have AI help you with that. And you can take one video and turn it into something that translates across all of those platforms. So if doing video content or making a message or putting something out there, you don't know how to put that together, you don't have to necessarily. You need to come up with one idea and then work on that, make it work across all of those different platforms, and just hit send. One of the things that helped with me, because my squirrel goes a million different directions, is we were talking about the 17 by 3 matrix, and that's person, personality, and perspective. And that's putting in, like, making columns and writing out 17 different things that are going to go under your person, your personality, and your perspective. And that works with, and how that works is you're going to have those 3 different things. Write down 17. 17 times 3 is 54, 53, I think it is. Whatever. Do that math. But that gives you something once a week. Okay. And there was one gentleman, there was 51. Okay. So take a week off. But Gary V said that he made like 230 posts the day before we were there. or 383 posts. Obviously not great with numbers right now, but made those all in one day. And I think the majority, I could just hear this sigh in the room of like, well, there's no way I can do that. That's never going to happen. And then we had a speaker down a few hours later that said that she does one main post during the week. Whatever you're doing, do it right. Back to what Jackson was saying, whatever you're doing, do it right. Put it out there. You only have to do one. You can then duplicate it into multiple different ways and put it out on all of the platforms. You do not have to do 383 posts tomorrow or today or yesterday or anytime. But whatever you're doing, make sure you're doing it right. If you have not looked at some of the different ways that AI can help you with that, today is your day. Today is the day to go in there, figure out what your brand really is, plug in what you think your brand is, and see how it can help you implement that across all of those different platforms so that you can stand out without really having to do much more than what you're doing right now. You're just making yourself a rock star. And you don't have to come up with the ideas. You don't have to be super creative in it. You can easily do it. All of us can. There's nothing more special about those people that were on the stage over the last 3 days than any one of us that are sitting in this room right now. And so be genuine, be yourself, like what Holly was saying with Gary Vee. He got a lot of hate and a lot of backlash from him being himself. And if the message that you did not hear was being genuine and being real to yourself, you messed up. Be real, be genuine, put yourself out there, and have the tools that we have available to us to help you with it. That's what I got.
Awesome. Well, we're going to start with you for the next section.
I didn't just say enough.
Nope, you did not. You've not run out of words today so far. All right, so pick lead gen, tech, marketing, or culture, and talk about one of those.
I can go, I don't know. There's so many different things.
Pick something.
I know, I'm sorry. I will go tech because this was a fun thing for me. So some of the apps that you can use, and I'm sitting in a room with somebody that's super social media heavy, and so I'm not going to make eye contact with her right now, but because I don't want to melt right here on the stage. But if you do not have Canva, oh damn it, I did it. If you do not have Canva, CapCut on your phone, those 2 different apps, you need them today. Put them in your phone. They are both extremely user-friendly, and they will make you, if you look at your videos and you're like, oh, these look so 80s and I look stupid or whatever, they will make you look fantastic. Canva, CapCut, for sure. The other one that you want to add in there is Higgin. I have not used it yet. I have it and I will find it. I apologize. And it's another one that you can easily implement and put on there. I will also tell you, if you go on my Facebook, I just played with it last night, and it's Kling, KLING.com. You can take, if you've only got listing photos and you don't have time to go to the house or anything like that, KLING. You've only got listing photos. You can make it, you can put 2 still frame photos on there and you can make that into a video. Couple different fun things that they can do is you can start at the front of the house and then you can connect it to the back of the house and it will do a walk into the house. You can make it where it goes from daytime to nighttime. One of the other cool ones that Felicia and I were like, oh, that's so neat, was that it had a living room and it just dropped the furniture down into it and it looks like you are amazing. And then you can talk over it, do whatever, throw it in Canva. They are all very user-friendly. Do not be afraid of them. And I think most of them have a free option on there. If you want to pay for it, I don't agree with that. I don't like that. But the free options are perfect and you will look like a rock star out on your social media. Higgsfield. Thank you, Amanda. It's Higgsfield, and that's with 2 G's. So Canva, CapCut, Higgsfield, get those apps on there. They work together. They are super easy to play with. And then the other one was Kling, and you can come up with some really fun, creative videos.
Carrie, since you picked tech, I want to ask you guys, do you see how they all have their notes typed out?
Oh.
Do you see all these?
Yes. Yes, hold on. That was my other thing.
Oh, okay. Let Holly do it then. Okay.
You can have it.
Just notice their notes are all typed out in this form.
And I did not do that.
And printed.
I did hit print.
It's because there wasn't enough space
All right,
on our
Teresa,
original.
Legion, Tech AI, Marketing, Culture. Pick one of those.
It seems obvious that I need to talk about what I did with culture since
That's right.
I'm co-chair in the culture committee.
Love it.
So there's some things that I got from there. That was a little bit smaller session, but some of the things that were shared were pretty cool, I think. One of the things they said, and these are quotes that I have, you have to know who you are before anything else. I mean, in anything that you're doing, you need to know who are you? What do you want to build? They also said to stop using the word goals and replace that with commitment. It's not a goal. It's a commit. You need to make a commitment to what you're going to do. Another thing they kind of threw out there was you're not coming to work. You're coming to change people's lives. So you need to think about that instead of I don't want to, groan about it. Think it's a mindset shift, and just have that in the back of your brain. And another thing that I took from it was excellence in the little things earns the right to be excellent in the big things. So make sure that whatever you're doing, even if it's a small task, if it's a small anything, that you need to strive for excellence in that, and then eventually that the excellence in the big things will come to you. The overall insight observed, culture breaks down in silence and in small exceptions. So if you're making small exceptions for things, some of the examples they used, if your meetings are starting late, if you're showing up late to appointments, your standards are not upheld, your expectations are unclear, even if it's a small little thing, if your standards aren't high enough to make you accountable for those things, that's when culture starts to break down, and when everybody's quiet. And then I've got, based on the sheet we have, how we could apply it locally. Clarify your standards, protect your meeting culture, be intentional about recognition and accountability. Culture isn't accidental, it's cultivated through consistent actions and shared accountability.
Love it. Love it. All right, Holly.
Okay, I'm going 2 directions.
Okay.
Number 1, if you did not watch the vision speech, or you did, you need to download the slides. There's invaluable information there about the market, where the market's headed, et cetera. You need to use that, review that before you go on your presentation, so you can say things like we said, there's this much inventory on the market. These many homes came on the market in the last whatever. That's important information when you go on appointments to get that price where it needs to be. The second thing is, I don't know if we were sitting in the airport or where we were. Were we in the airport?
We were in our living room.
Okay, so I've been to a lot of these things, and I have all kinds of notes in my office everywhere.
I think we were at the airport for this one.
And
Yeah.
so you sit there and you take all these notes drastically on a piece of paper, then you commit that you're going to retype them or whatever, and then they sit somewhere and you never do anything with them. So we downloaded Owl, and that is a thing where we just push record on our phone, and we just sat there in the session and actually paid attention because we weren't taking notes. And it takes notes for you, and then AI makes an outline for you when you're done in the session. So if you don't have something like, and there's multiple programs like that, but if you don't have a program like that on your phone, you need to download one. And we all said, well, we're just going to download it. It's free for a week. And I think we all decided we're going to keep it because it was invaluable, especially when you're in a meeting or a conference or something. You will pay more attention if you're just sitting there listening than you're frantically trying to write what they said and you're missing the next thing they said.
And
So-
L has 2 L's.
Yes, OWLL. So tip of the day is download something of that nature.
I did enjoy that too because I really would just turned on the recorder and I paid attention. And then when we were over, I said stop and save, and it gave me all the notes that they talked about. So it was, I really enjoyed the
And
owl
a
as
lot
well.
of other people were doing it as well.
Yeah.
Summary AI is another one.
Yeah.
Lots of tech.
There's a lot.
Lots of
Yeah.
cool
There
stuff.
was another animal.
Otter.
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 Otter
Owl,
AI?
Summary AI, whichever
Yeah.
one.
We were asking why they were
Okay.
all animals. I don't know. Staying connected to the world.
They listen more.
Yeah. All right, Jackson, pick one. Lead gen, tech, AI, marketing, or culture.
Go in a different direction.
Okay, let's go.
So a lot of people are giving you a lot of tools and stuff to use, but a lot of I sat in on one of these things that was it was kind of mindset. It was kind of like you have all these new tools, these things, these social medias, things that put you out of your comfort zone. And I just wanted to go ahead and say that like 65% of adults, this is a statistic from Jenny Wood, somebody I listened to, don't do things out of fear from judgment from others. So a lot of what you're going to do now, you've got all this tech, all this new marketing. If you're on social media, great. If you're thinking about it, you're nervous about it, you just got to do it. Nobody's thinking about you. I mean, you hope they are. You know, like, you know, nobody's thinking about you. The goal is to get them to do that, right? You know, like be top of mind. But they're not, when they see you, they scroll, oh, look at that house. They're not going to sit there and be like, wow, they look funny. They look silly. You know, they're just, it's something you can't be afraid of. I know I got to make sure I'm not worried about it. So I was just going to say your mindset with all this new information, do it. You know, don't let this stuff just go in one ear out the other. You know, get after it. Half this job is just doing the work. So go do it.
That seems like very culture.
Okay, that was culture.
Yeah, you did good.
Okay, cool.
We are talking a lot about social media up here because they really harped on social media. So, like for myself, I don't have my LinkedIn is so outdated. It has like my property management days on it. That's definitely something I am going to fix. Substack. Does anybody know about Substack? Yes. Okay. So for those that don't, it is a mix of email marketing. It's a blogging platform and like WordPress for blogging or like Patreon for subscription business. But that was one of the recommendations is to use Substack, and we can use Command, I'm assuming, just like you can Substack, but it might be something to look at just to see how that could benefit or work differently for you. But yeah, I mean, Gary Vee said 51% of your 80-hour work week should be spent on social media, and that sounds crazy.
Whoa.
But he
Repeat that stat again.
51% of your 80-hour work week should be spent on, no, sorry, it's 60-hour work week should be spent on social media.
So 30
or
hours a week.
advertising. No. If you work 40 hours a week, you're not even working enough.
Part-time.
No, but they really did harp on social media and being on all of these platforms, and you can just repurpose. You can take one piece of content and repurpose it throughout each different platform.
That's amazing.
All right, I'm gonna pretend like I have notes because they all do, but there's nothing on
Oh, okay.
There's nothing on here. So I want to take culture, and I want to take it outside of family reunion. So Alois and I, we were in our hotel, and we had just ate breakfast, an amazing breakfast, and we're thinking about, hey, what classes are we going to go to, and all this kind of good stuff. And we was like, you know what? It was only a 12-minute walk. I said, let's just Uber over so we can get there nice and early. And so I called Uber, and it's like, yeah, he'll be here in about 5 minutes. And it ended up being about 10 minutes. So what do? I go talk to someone. And there was a guy, he had just came off the elevator, and his name was Earl. And we were talking, and not one time, he didn't have a badge on. He didn't say he was in real estate, anything of that nature. We're just talking. He said, what are you guys here for? And I said, hey, the real estate convention is Keller Williams, amazing company, and blah, blah, blah. And then our Uber comes and says, oh, there's our Uber. He says, are you guys going over to the Congress Center? I said, yeah. He said, I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams. And I said, oh, are you really? He said, and I've been trying to get Uber for 30 minutes, and I can't get them. And I say, hey, just jump in. I said, jump in with us. I said, jump in with us. He said, yeah, I'll give you. I said, no, don't worry about it. We're going to the same spot, And we're talking. We're having an amazing time. Well, fast forward to the next day, I can't get an Uber. It was a long line. And the guy was coming down the elevator. His name was Troy. And we're talking. He said, what's wrong? I said, can't get the Uber. I said, it'll come here in a minute. He said, jump in my Uber. Now, my Uber, granted, was, the bottom of the line. It was like a Toyota Corolla. And we were all in there. We get in his Uber. He had Uber XL Black, this. And it was extremely nice. So, it's like we were riding presidential style. And it was really nice. And I said, hey, let me pay you half. He's like, don't even worry about it. So the culture that was down there, it went outside the walls. So we always think about the culture inside of our walls. Our culture goes outside of the walls. And it just reminded me of this office, the way that went down like that. I was like, man, that's our Lone Star office right there. So that was my culture.
So I would like to share something also. We have probably heard like our office should give the Disney experience. You go, you're waited on, it's exciting. I say throw the Disney experience out the window and do the Margaritaville experience. Woo-hoo. Because though the people there, the bellman, the valet, the front desk.
Wyndham. I didn't find Margaritaville to be as on it as the Wyndham.
The Wyndham Club and the Margarita Club, same thing. So it was Margaritaville, the restaurant was at the bottom. It's okay. But the club, the Wyndham Club, the Margarita Club, the service was so amazing. Spectacular. Everyone, they were running up to our room. Actually, we had groceries delivered, and they took them to our room and put them in the refrigerator for us. Yeah. We lost a bag. They found the bag. There was all kinds of things. They were on it. They gave us a card. They said, my name is, here I am. I'm here to help you. I'll be here all night. The club, I'll say club, that was, the club experience was amazing. And I want to bring that culture back to us too. All right, Ron, we're going to start with you one more time because you're down there at the end. Sure. Let's talk about what is your 90-day action plan? What can we check back in with you 3 months from now and you tell us about, I learned this at family reunion, I put it in place, this is what happened.
Okay, and I'll make it real quickly. We had already started. We had absolutely no Google reviews. And we sat down with Dennis and Melinda. We said, hey, this is our plan. We were collaborating. We were going to do some Google reviews because we were going to head towards social media. And we wanted to see how fast we could get that done. And then all of a sudden, we looked up, we had 34, 35. And we was like, man, we got that quickly just by taking action and not being fearful. And so we're on pace now to hit 100 within the next couple of weeks. So we're doing that, and we're going to catapult from that, and we're going to do social media. It's going to be tough for me to be on that camera type thing. It's going to be really tough, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, I know. So for next month, we are going to put out 100 videos. immediately, and we're gonna talk to our people. We're gonna talk to the people who will listen, even though Jackson told me nobody's paying attention. I'm gonna do it anyway. So, yeah.
Love it.
Perfect.
I feel like we're repeating ourselves up here
90
with
days.
social media. Okay, so in the next 90 days, I will have LinkedIn and definitely post more across the 7 platforms and be very intentional about that. And I did a lot of commercials, so what I'm going to do in the 90 days may benefit you and may look different from them, but there was a guy that spoke from New Jersey, and he has a small commercial team, and they did $1 billion in volume last year, and 90% of what they did was off market because they're very into like development. And so for me, my goal is to make connections with landowners and business owners and try to and work to connect the two together for commercial, development projects.
Nice. All of my so for me, 90 days, I have a lot to kind of put in place, get those social medias rolling out, get a consistent schedule, understand what content I'm going to be posting, what my angle is as a new agent, also setting up those, getting my buyer's consult down, getting all those little things down that are really going to lock in those potential clients and things like that. And then finally, making sure I'm sharp with all my AI, with all that background stuff that's going to amplify my business. Those are the things that are going to be done in 90 days.
For me, I'm going to go in front of the camera, which is a big thing. I've had people doing it for me, but I'm going to change, and I'm going to be the person there.
She told me that I almost fell on the floor.
I know, me too. Anyway, the other thing I did is I went to a class on taxes, and I'm going to implement some of the strategies they gave me to quit paying the government so much money.
Okay, my 90-day action commitments are I have one idea to implement immediately, which is to segment my database and create a structured weekly Sphere Touch plan. So I'm very inconsistent with that right now. My experiment to test, I'm going to host one small curated micro event for my top 25 to 40 contacts. I've never done a micro event before, but I took a session on that, and it was mind-blowing on just how simple you can do that if you're just starting out. So that's in my 90 days. And then my mindset or behavior shift is to move from licensed realtor to a community leader and connector.
Love that. Love it.
So mine's twofold because we have the business and then the coaching, and I have since coming back from family reunion, I've plugged everything into AI. So my 90 days is to, one, get everything into AI and have it tell me, like, this is so terrible, but have it tell me exactly what I need to do to reach the goals, not only for myself and my team, but then also for all of the coaching clients as well, agents, whatever, all my friends. So all of the newbies as well. And so that is really leaning heavy onto, I don't need to have it all in here. I need to have my goals and what direction we're going in and have it work for me. And that looks different on both of those different forefronts. So
I love it.
So, yeah.
Okay, so y'all may have noticed I got a little excited earlier. Lunch is 30 minutes late. So, yeah, it's so much fun. So, we can keep going if you guys want to hear some more stuff about them. We do have Carlos who's going to give us a title minute. So we could hear from Carlos, but actually if you guys have it, is there any questions that we have for them? I want to respect your time, so if you have a hard stop at noon, I totally respect that and understand it. But if you would like to hear some more from these guys, we can keep going. We do have 30 minutes. So, would you like to do a door prize?
Ingrid has a question.
Okay, we'll get you there. Okay, we'll get there quickly. Yes, ma'am. What's your 90-day goal? Oh my goodness. All right, so my 90-day goal is to recruit 2 cappers a week. And you know who I need help with? I need you guys to help me with that. I need you to introduce me to people you're in business with that you like. Because I'm gonna find them anyway. But it's gonna take all of us. And we have a goal of being at 360 agents by the end of the year. So it is gonna take all of us. But I do have some new strategies and things like that to do that. So I am also I found a gap in what I have been doing already and all the communities that I've been putting together is I do not have a solo agent community. And so I will be working on finding the who's and putting that in place as well. So that's mine. All right.
I wanted to share this really quick.
Oh, Carrie wants to share something else.
Sorry. So there's one of the things that one of the guys that knows about tech and social media said that you catch everybody within the first 1.7 seconds of your video. So if the first 1.7 seconds does not have something that's captivating, you've lost them and they scroll. We talked about how people don't pay attention or whatever. So within that first 1.7 seconds, you need to capture them. That can be a sound, that can be a image, that can be something, but make sure that 1.7 seconds is found in there. And then also I do have some phone settings that I thought were good because everybody worries about what settings their phones should be on. So I'll just send those out into the Facebook.
Yeah,
so
Jackson
that we
sat
have
there and
that.
fixed my phone while he was
Yeah.
like, look what I learned today.
Talks about the
I was like,
resolution, how you need to go into your settings to have the right phone settings so that you're getting good video off of our individual phones. So
Okay. Ron, did you want to share one more thing?
Let me see. Well, let me say this. There was, 13, 14 of us there?
Close, 12.
12. Guys, start preparing now because family reunion is going to be in Houston next year. So there's no flight necessary. I hadn't been to family reunion in a long time, at least probably 6 to 8 years. And when we were there, it was so amazing, cold weather and all. I didn't care about it being perfect, having the perfect weather, the perfect this, perfect. All the hiccups or whatever that occurred made it perfect.
That's right.
It really did. And you talk about building culture, to get together with these, this group right here, you learn something that you don't learn from the office. It's amazing. It truly, truly is. So now we will say what happens at family reunion stays in family reunion because
Mostly.
Because the way we ate those crab legs, man, did we not get Yeah, I'm telling you. So now
At one time I asked Lois, are you all right? She said, I'm perfect.
You're not kidding.
Seafood is my favorite, so I had my
Oh, man.
Are you all right?
Smokey was there and Tommy, and we just had such an amazing time bonding. Those are the type of things that close the back door, that builds a real estate company where no one wants to leave. Because if I know about Felicia and I care about Felicia on another level besides the office, if anything comes up, that's going to make me run to Felicia quicker, run to Jackson, run to Teresa, whomever. So right now, if I was you, I go in there with Judy and say, how can I put, $100 per closing towards family reunion next year? Because I just refuse to miss another one. I really do.
I love that. Thank you for that, Ron. I will also tell you, one of the panelists, their sister owns a bus company, and one of the panelists wants to organize how we get all of us on the bus.
Yeah. Party bus.
Raise
Here
your
we
hand
come.
too, Holly. You want to figure out how to get us on the bus. So, I mean, that's the kind of thing. So where Felicia said the bus holds 33, Holly says, I'm going to put a CE class on that bus.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go.
So
There you go.
Mega Camp is also coming up in August, and it is in San Antonio. So you will be able to get some of this in San Antonio as well. All right. So I'm going to move on. Thank you, panelists. Give them all a hand. We appreciate you guys. And I will tell you that lunch showed up, and it was Lazy Dog, and it was all these frozen dinners. We can't eat that. So they're coming back with sandwiches. It is what it is. I know, right? I guess we need an oven. All right, so Carlos, you want to quickly give us a title 30 seconds? Title 30 seconds.
Okay, Rick, actually, I'm going to try to make it quick, but I do have... Where's the mic? He needs the mic. Okay, sorry. Hi, everybody. Carlos with Providence Title. Woo! I actually have, sometimes I'm here and we're talking about a tool. This time, there's actually a couple of incredibly important things that you need to know about the title insurance business coming up. Okay? So one, I'm going to start with the easy one. I do have a Legal 2 class coming up this Monday from 1 to 5 at our corporate office. That's the building right next door. So if you're needing Legal 2, get with me. We're talking about cancellation rate. Our cancellation rate has gone up significantly as well. Okay? And it's not what you think. It's not necessarily a title problem. Okay, most of our orders cancel within the option period. Okay, but here's what you guys don't realize is, like we invest in every single transaction that comes up. Now, I did have a real estate agent this week, and I'm drawing a blank who it was. I don't think it was from here. She asked me, and if it was, let me know. She asked me, hey, is it normal for title companies to wait to get the ball rolling? So there are some title companies out there. In particular, I can't think of one, but it could be a builder, it could be a discount title company, it could be some of these partnerships that you see where they're now intentionally waiting to turn in title work until you go through the option. Why are they doing that? Because it minimizes the cancellation. But every title company, at least we do, have an investment that if that deal never closes with us, we're spending a minimum of $250. What does that mean to you? Is if you send a contract to the title company and they open title and they are a reputable large title company, try your darnest when you're renegotiating that deal to make sure that it stays with the same title company, okay? Because that helps us a lot, okay? So that is, but let me finish with the two incredibly important things that you may or may not have heard, okay? It is the first time now effective March 1st, okay, TDI. Now this has been ongoing for a while, so if you know about it, that's great. If you don't, then it's news to you. Every title company in Texas had a rate decrease. Okay?
Yes.
Well, you clap, but here's the bad news. That means I am officially, as of March 1st, making 6.2 less on every single transaction. Okay, so the rate decrease is to benefit the consumer because TDI thinks that we make too much money.
Welcome to the club.
And it's because there's a lot of pressure from some big developers that they think that they pay too much. Okay? They wanted a decrease of 10%. We were able to fight it. But now it's effective immediately as of March 1st. So every app will be automatically updated. You will see title policy rate sheets updated by the title companies. Okay, the formula is slightly different, but that means that, again, if you are quoting title policy rates and it's closing next month already, doesn't matter, it could be on the 1st, there will be new title rates. Okay, so that is every title company. So what you probably have already seen over the past few months is that escrow fees are going up, little miscellaneous fees are going up, because we can't just as a business immediately overnight say we're going to have to survive on 6.2 less, okay? So that means I need at least 6.2 more transactions.
Woo! Let's give them to
But that is actually a pretty big deal, guys.
Wow.
Okay, this week alone, I know of at least 2 other title companies that call us. They don't tell us it's a title company, but they want to know what our fees are. Everybody's right now trying to shop each other around to make sure to still stay competitive and figure out how much can the escrow fee go up. Now, this is not in relation to the change. No, but that's what's happening. It's the only way title companies can make it up. Okay? So just know that. That's impacting everybody. And then there's also something called FinCEN. If you've never heard what FINCEN is, also effective on the 1st, so we already have a couple of collateral materials we're going to share with you, and it's incredibly important. We can do a class. We have one already put together. Okay, so FinCEN is tied to the Federal Anti-Money Laundering report that title companies have had to do, but only less than 7% of transactions got impacted by it. Now it's going to go a lot higher because this impacts every single transaction that is where the buyer's an entity. Okay, and there is no traditional mortgage. So every cash, private, hard money, and seller financing, title companies are now being forced to complete this report to the government. okay? And it's going to add a fee to your transactions, okay? Because there's a cost to it. The title industry is fighting it because you guys, you have no idea the amount of work that that's we're having to add to it to make sure that this is done correctly. But there will be now, because of the new rules, there will be more transactions than before. So you will be hearing more about FinCEN. That again is effective March 1st. I'd love to do a class for you guys. Brienne can come and tell you all about it, but you need to know what that is and look for the handouts on our website. So thanks.
Perfect. Thank you, Carlos. Wait, we have hand this back to
testimonial if I could. I had a closing this morning, and when the escrow officer presented the title work to the settlement statement to my seller, she said, "Oh my goodness, that's the exact same number that Ingrid sent me." And I have loved using that app because I can break everything down, including any of the extra charges that I have printed out for them. And if you don't have it on your phone, I have it on my computer now as well. It makes a huge difference on my net sheet. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I did forget to mention, because we were having a quick conversation, so we are a HUD-approved title company, and not every title company can close HUD transactions. We are seeing now more HUD transactions, more short sales transactions, and we had one that that the Custer team was able to transfer to us at another title company, a pretty big title company, couldn't do it. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh wait, one more question.
Carlos, I have a question. Okay. We obviously want to send you all the business, right? And a lot of times, if we represent the buyer and the listing agent has a preferred title company, and we put our preferred for our buyer.
Right.
It usually comes down to the conversation of who is paying for it.
Right.
And right now, sellers are paying for that expense in most cases.
Right.
Educate us on how we can overcome the objection that the seller's paying for the title policy. This is the title company we want to use. What would you say as a buyer's agent in that situation?
And that answer has not changed in years for me. Now, still, historically, over 90% of the transactions we get came from the seller. But if you, as the buyer agent, can say this, Mr. Seller, this title policy is actually benefiting my buyer. Okay? So we would like to use my title company because we want to make sure that they will know and have the connection with the individual that if they ever need to file a claim, it's a policy benefiting your client. That's as simple as that. If you think about it, if there's ever a policy, a claim, it's your buyers, the person that's buying the property that needs to do it. Okay, so I would just say, hey, just that. This is actually a policy that's benefiting my buyers. We would love to pick my title company.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you, Carlos. We appreciate you. So now, for our lunch sponsors, we have a gift card sponsor. We're going to let Sherry McKenzie with American Home Shield have. She's got the mic.
Hello, it's allergy season, right? Oh, goodness. It's so great to be here with you. I'm your home warranty girl. If you haven't met me, I'm Sherry with American Home Shield. And did you know we have free listing coverage right now for your sellers? There is really no reason not to put that listing coverage on those listings that you have. You can do it anytime before closing. It makes a great addition to your presentation and your listing presentations to say, when you list your home with me, I'll cover the major systems while it's on the market. And then why do you think we might be offering free listing coverage through July? Carrie?
Because there's a major fallout of contracts, and it's because of repairs and inspections that we just saw on a slide earlier.
Yeah, we have seen that, right? There's a lot of contracts that aren't making it to the closing table because of home repairs and that kind of thing. The other reason is, from American Home Shield perspective, is we would love to see those listings convert to buyer contracts. And I have seen that with a couple of you that are using the listing coverage in your presentations and on your listings, so thank you. But yeah, so it does benefit that seller to provide the warranty for the buyer because liability reduction and makes for a smoother closing, right? And then you're going to give them my contact information, so who can they call when they have a problem? Me. and not you or someone else, and that kind of thing. So all you have to do is send me the seller's names, property address. I'll get it covered and send you a confirmation for your files. That way you know it's covered. If something comes up or comes up on the inspection report, you can call me. I usually ask a question, but can we spin that little wheel over there for?
Do you want to spin the wheel? Well, not everybody has a ticket in there. You had to be on time to get a ticket.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you want to pick a number between something and something? No. How do we do this? Do you have one of those questions?
Of course I do.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do those questions.
So, what's the minimum amount you should plug into your buyer contracts for a home warranty?
$650.
Carrie.
I've been doing $650.
$650, yes. $640 is our plus plan, but yes, $650 is easy to remember, right? So that gives them the mid-level plan, covers all the systems and the appliances. Go bold, go big, and ask for $835, which is the top plan if you feel comfortable doing that. And that one gets them the absolute best coverage on the property. So, yay! Oh, it's an ice cream maker. It's super cool.
Like you got in your office and make ice cream all summer, right?
Yes.
You put it in the freezer and it keeps the ice. It's like makes it in like 20 minutes. To what am I understanding? But I don't have one. But now you do.
Well, you can come over.
We'll find out.
Yay! Thank you guys. You're blessed.
Thank you, Sherry. We appreciate you. Okay, before we get to our lunch and dessert sponsor, we have one of our agents who's doing amazing things in our community. So Carrie Lindstrom's going to share a few details with us.
Hey, you guys, just real quick. I have the honor this year of sitting as a board member for the city, or the CVB, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and the brand new visitor guide is out this year. So I heard you all saying that you wanted to be community connectors. So this shares a little bit of everything that's going on here in Arlington.
Hand these out?
You can hand these out. I will get more of them, but right now the big thing that they're doing and we're getting ready for is the Java House IndyCar race that's going to be on the streets of downtown. Or Arlington over there by the stadiums. And so all of the fencing is going up, the grandstands are going up right now, so the boxes are 75 pounds and I couldn't carry them all the way around the block. So anyway, I brought a few. I'll have boxes for everybody to have, but share them with your relocating clients that you have. It's a great way just to share our community with everybody, and I wanted to bring it here. So, all right.
All right, and then we're going to have our dessert sponsor, Leslie.
Because who doesn't start with dessert first, right? I'm like, who? Oh, sorry. I'm like, who in the world needs to wait for lunch? I brought the best stuff.
Life is short, dessert first.
I mean, so my name is Leslie. I am with Structured Foundation Repairs. I know you guys have seen my face around here a time or two, and that makes me happy. So I'm going to hit the highlight reel. Okay, we've been in business, and we can now say for 23 years. We are all employee owned. Why I always lead with that one is because you guys, as all small business owners, who you interface with your clients is super important because you're attaching your name to them, right? So from myself to the gentleman that comes to see your client's home, to the gentleman that placed the piers under your client's homes, are all owners of Structured Foundation Repairs. Where that comes in play is, well, we take pride in our workmanship. So your clients will be happy, right? So that's our main objective. And then the other great thing is we offer, of course, the free evaluation. So when your home inspector sees something, or you see or feel something when you're walking through that listing appointment, we'll come out there and do an evaluation. And I always hate to say it, but I have to say it is, we only do work when we really need to do work. Sometimes it could be that it's a drainage issue, and it's not really a foundation issue. Sometimes it's a, hey, let's wait and see what this does issue. So I really enjoy that. And then our last big thing is not all warranties are created equal. I think we can all agree to that. We have a whole warranty department. So once your client's home is in our system as a warranty, it stays in the warranty department with the same people handling it. So it's not like one person goes out to the house and checks it and then they have to call back to home base and wait for approval. That one guy can make those decisions on whether the home needs work or doesn't need work. I was super impressed when we had a client call in the other day, and they needed an evaluation. And so I turned it over and they were like, oh, that's the warranty department. I'm like, no. It's on the buyer side, not the listing side. And they were like, no, it doesn't matter. It's still underneath that hub. So I liked that idea of it's one person seeing that house, especially if there's things that they're monitoring. Y'all have any questions for me? I know I hit it really fast. I thought I'd go fast in hopes that lunch would arrive, but.
No, we're going to have Mike talk for Jenkins.
Perfect.
And then who was here for Shark Tank stuff?
I had a quick question for you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
What's the turnaround time if you got a call for like needing something really quick?
So if you call us during option period, I always say lead with that. Hey, option ends tomorrow. Or hey, option ends, whatever. As soon as you know, call us. We're kind of, I don't know if you call it blessed or not, but we're kind of in that phase where we're not doing like 3-day option periods. So we're having a little bit more leg room. At least 24-hour notice more is better.
And then 24-hour for the response for it, or?
We try to get someone out there within that 24-hour period. I have had people call at 3 o'clock. They're like, hey, option ends at 5. Can you guys come out? I'm like, really? I can't even get someone in line yet. So we are mindful of option period. We try to get there as quickly as possible because we understand that holds up the process. As much notice as you can give us, the better. But we're pretty reactive. I had someone call me literally on Thanksgiving. I don't know if you've heard this story yet, but I literally had someone call me on Thanksgiving. I thought it was my sister-in-law that called. It was not. I should have saved her number. But anyway, and I said, well, when does option end? And of course, Thanksgiving was on Thursday, and then Friday was, of course, a holiday. And she's like, on Sunday. And I go, oh, that's cute. Okay, let me see what I can do for you. We might have to extend that. Is really were my words to her. We were able to get someone in line to be out there on Saturday for them. They ended up canceling the appointment, but nonetheless, we were able to make it happen. So my number is always in the little mailroom area, I guess that's what you would call that?
Yeah.
It's always there. So if you ever find yourself in a pickle and the office maybe is closed, text me, call me. Obviously, I answer. All right.
Thank you, Leslie. We appreciate you.
Y'all enjoy,
all right, so I'm pretty good at wasting time, so today I'm going to waste some more time. These ladies were here for the Shark Tank. So what I've asked them to do is tell me about the Shark Tank. I was not here, so first of all, tell me, what was the Shark Tank?
So the Shark Tank, Melinda Miller had a group of people come, and we were able to do a pitch to them. All of them were investors. A lot of them are building like apartment complexes. And it gave us an opportunity to kind of tune our pitch and just really overcome our fears, and they gave us live feedback, basically. And it is recorded on the Facebook page.
Yes. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Okay. Cassie, tell us about Shark Tank. Like, what did you have to do to get ready for it?
Really, it was perfecting, or not perfecting, but making a pitch to basically why they should choose you.
Okay.
As their realtor.
And what did you have to do homework?
No, we had.
No,
Did you get any notice?
No.
We had about an hour.
Yeah, an hour.
So an hour notice.
Okay, what did you do in that hour to get ready?
I basically went over like I said, why they should choose me, how long I've been in, and stuff like that. But I did learn one thing, if it's okay if I.
Sure.
So I did learn one thing, and that they said over and over and over and over, and that actually Melinda mentioned as well on Tuesday is it doesn't matter how long you've been in real estate, what you have or haven't done or something like that. Always lead with a positive and never lead with a negative. If they ask how many transactions have you done, don't say anything like, oh well, I haven't done any, or I'm struggling with one. Don't say anything like that. Always be, well, I've been in for almost 2 years. Don't ever give a specific date, but yeah, it was very eye-opening for me, and I really enjoyed it, and I would do it again.
Perfect. All right, I'll pass the mic over to Bunu. Bunu, tell us, how did this help you grow?
Yeah, actually it was very nice. Everybody, came from different, the phase. Like one is buyer, one is investor, the lenders, and I mentioned them. I am new in this field, just 4 months, and but I share what I'm trying to connect my the other who I know, other people, from other field. I'm just now connecting, and I share my, some story to them. Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
share too much, the real estate because I'm a baby.
You're a baby. All right. Jenny, tell us, how did it help you grow? Because you've been working with an investor for a while.
Yeah.
But just this one guy, right?
Yeah, and his family that
Oh.
also invest. And then, I mean, even if you just do one transaction, you get all the confidence that you need,
Mhm.
And so I would say don't be afraid just to do for the experience, and then after that you have all the confidence. But with the Shark Tank was good because it was spontaneous, so you couldn't over prepare. So I had time to like print out one flyer with my information, and then that's it. And I was like, I'm not going to overthink it, because then you look like you're too prepared and you're just like reading a script. And I didn't bring my phone because I didn't want to be reading something, and I just went in there and they enjoyed that.
So
It was good.
you were able to wing it pretty well.
Yeah, I did.
Good. All right, good. Anybody got any questions for these ladies? Shark Tank. I
wanna
think
be
we're
on
going to do it
Shark
again. We're going to do Shark Tank again.
So did they buy into you?
Yeah, they did. But the one that they really all are going to work with is Andrea Robinson, because
Uh-huh.
she's on the commercial division.
Yeah.
And that made her stand out. And so as investors, they're all looking for commercial and land and things like that. So even though she didn't have a lot of experience, she came off positive and strong. They gave her a little bit of feedback, but they are going to work with her.
Oh, wow.
So that was good.
Very nice.
Mhm.
Give her the mic.
One thing that I guess I would say that I really, really liked is the fact that they gave us our feedback in front of our peers. And for me, it was kind of nerve-wracking because in the beginning, I had actually told Mike, these other people that are presenting, they're better than me. And he goes, no. He goes, don't do that. Don't do that.
They're not
And
you.
so- exactly. So I really appreciated that, and it was real eye-opening, and it helped me learn a lot. And I really enjoyed the fact that they gave me, because my peers, even like what I would appreciate is if my peers see me, hey, starting to back down and starting to bring in a lot of my old habits, I would appreciate the fact of, hey, you were taught this in Shark Tank not to do this. Don't beat yourself up. Don't bring the negative.
Accountability
So,
partners
yes,
are good.
Yes.
Good.
So,
Okay, good. All right, I love it. Buna, do you have anything to add?
Not really, but I hope it's this type of program we will do again and again.
Well, y'all brush up on your buyer's consultation because that's coming next. Not giving you any warning in advance. All right. So, let me
I have to
see
add
here.
something.
Okay, go ahead. Mike
I-
has the
I-
mic.
I just want to say, Cassie, do you remember what I told you when you were having that moment? This is what I told her. For those of you that, what was that guy's name? I think he's kind of famous. It was at lunch. What was his name? No, his name was, Rory Vaden.
Roy
He
Vaden.
said two things that really stuck out to me. The first one was, if you need a great realtor, you need Mike. Some of y'all heard that, but he did say it. But more importantly and more appropriately, he said that you are uniquely positioned to help the person you used to be, right? And so that has really, really stuck with me, and I think that might have been what helped get you out of that mindset. And that was something that was one of the most powerful things I think I had ever heard. So
I appreciate that.
thanks for doing it.
Really competing with yourself.
Say that again.
You're only really ever competing with yourself. You know, I know that there's a lot of people in this industry that are like, oh, well, I've got to fight that person, or this person's better than me, or this person's this. You know, you're not. You're competing against yourself. You're competing against whatever fears you have. You're competing against whatever insecurities you may have. You're competing against what you did yesterday and how you're going to do it better today. So show up where you are today, grow from it, learn from it, and do it better the next day. Don't worry about whoever else is out here, or who has more experience, or who's better at this, or she's better at commercial than I am. She knew it yesterday just as well as anybody else, okay? Like you have to constantly fight yourself, not fight, compete with yourself. And that's it. Don't worry about all the other people.
Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right, so we're gonna let Mike talk about Jenkins, and I think we're gonna eat lunch.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up the live stream part while I think they're setting up lunch now. So Jenkins Roofing couldn't be here, and I thought that since Todd Jenkins and I have the same haircut, maybe I would be the most appropriate person to talk. But I will say on a personal note, they did my roof, and they were very patient. They were very good. We're a little bit on the indecisive side sometimes. So I can just say, wholeheartedly endorse these people. They've been in business. He would tell you they've been in business since, I think, 1960 something, which makes them about 1968, which makes them about the oldest roofing company in the Metroplex.
They're older than me.
They took great care of me. They did a really great job with the property. Only found one nail. So, if you've got a great roofing relationship, and we have roofers that support us, and I just want to say they've been a very long time supporter of our office, and please do make sure you put them on your list to call.
All right.
Okay?
Well, thank you all for being here. I apologize